time to have a look at the latest from the business world now. And tech workers are in trouble at Amazon, the e-commerce giant, saying that it is planning to reduce costs and is looking to shed over 18,000 jobs to do that. Our business editor, Charles Pellegrin, is here on site with us for more. Hi, Charles.
Hi, Aaron. Absolutely. Back in November, Amazon had said it was starting a round of layoffs, and media reports then had mentioned a figure of around 10,000. But in a blog post published on Wednesday, CEO Andy Jassy said he was raising the number of employees the company plans to eliminate. Now, the majority of cuts will be taking place in the stores unit and its human resources division. The online store has performed poorly after the pandemic, as customers are spending less time at home and also dealing with rising inflation and supply chain disruptions. This has created an operational loss for Amazon of $2.9 billion in the last quarter, excluding the company's cloud computing business. Now, Amazon isn't the only one to look to downsize in the tech world. Over the past few months, we've also seen Facebook owner Meta announcing they were slashing 11,000 jobs. Elon Musk fired half of Twitter's workforce when he took over. And just earlier on Wednesday, software group Salesforce said it would cut 10% of its staff. So it's looking like tough times ahead for the tech world. Let's have a look now at how the stock markets are doing this Thursday at the open. Stocks trading lower in Europe mostly. As you can see, the Paris CAC 40 down 0.5%. The FTSE in London down by just 0.2%. And in Asia, though, shares trading higher across the board this hour. As we can see, the Nikkei in Tokyo up by 0.4%. The Shanghai Composite up over 1%. The same with the Hang Seng in Hong Kong. This is a different picture than what we saw at the close on Wall Street, where investors were spooked by the release of the minutes from the last U.S. Federal Reserve meeting. That news led to paired gains at the close of the session, and to the picture we're seeing this Thursday at the open in Europe. The minutes highlighting that the central bank is committed to fighting inflation, meaning that higher interest rates will remain in place until more progress is made towards reaching that 2% inflation target. Economist Alex Pelly gave his take on the Fed's work, which requires finding a delicate balance between fighting inflation on one hand and not stifling growth on the other.
The Fed is trying to thread the needle and balance the risks between over-tightening and bringing the economy into too severe of a recession, and the risks, on the other hand, of letting inflation fester and become a problem over the long term. So they're trying to balance the risks there.
International tech event CES kicks off in Las Vegas, Nevada on Thursday with 10,000 visitors expected to attend. It'll be a chance for the world's biggest tech brands to show their latest innovations in what is an increasingly difficult economic context, as we mentioned earlier. Camille Knight has more on what we can expect.
Wireless TVs, shoes that make you walk faster, and even a device that can tell you whether your avocado is ready to eat. The CES Gadget Show will be showcasing all the latest devices people may soon be using, with artificial intelligence one of the key trends this year. This smart AI-powered bird feeder notifies owners of visitors and captures photos of them. The Michigan-based company says the device is equipped with AI to recognize over 1,000 different species.
It's bringing people a lot of joy, connecting with the wildlife in their backyard. It creates a fun app with all the different species that you can see. It's also collecting a lot of data that's going to be super useful for conservation efforts.
And while innovation is booming at this year's event, there are fears that a looming recession, together with high inflation, will weigh against consumer spending this year. Despite that, organisers of the event remain optimistic.
There's pockets of the tech industry which are doing great. If you're in video games, or if you're a data manager or a programmer, there's some real strength there. The companies are still hiring all over. There's still a shortage of workers. So the tech industry is doing well, but we go along with the rest of the economy. We go along with the ebb and flow.
But concerns about the economic environment mean tech companies have been tightening their belts, with Meta, Amazon and Twitter among those cutting jobs and implementing hiring freezes. The event, which runs through Sunday, will will be an opportunity for big companies and startups to inject a dose of optimism and confidence into the tech industry.
And let's end by taking another look at another innovation from CES, or a gadget, depending on what way you look at it. I give you the hands-free, self-driving stroller. It's called Ella. It's got a name, and was designed by a startup called Gluckskind. The self-driving mode cannot be activated while the baby is in the stroller for obvious safety reasons, but the feature does allow parents to hold their baby while the stroller follows them or walks ahead of them, which can be handy when baby is having one of those days where he needs more attention from his parents, or when you need a place to carry your groceries, for instance. All that does come at a price, though, perhaps a little bit too steep, Erin, $3,800.
That is indeed expensive. I feel like we still should be asking babies about their consent on this, just because who knows if the parents have to chase the stroller and it runs away, if the baby's, gonna come second. I don't know. Charles Pellegrin with Business. Thank you very much.